Bedtime story.
Hi kids! For today's book, we are going to read Stanley and the Magic Lamp by Jeff Brown, pictures by Scott Nash. If you have this book, grab it and let's start reading. Almost a year had passed since Stanley Lampshop had gotten over being flat, which he had become when his big bulletin board had settled on him during the night. It had been a pleasant, restful time for all of the Lampchops, as their particular evening was. Dinner was over, and in the living room, Mr. Lambchop looked up from his newspaper. "How nice this is, my dear," he said to Mrs. Lambchop, who was darning sacks. "I am enjoying my paper and your company, and our boys are studying in the room." "Let us hope they are," said Mrs. Lambchop. "So often, George, they find excuses not to work." Mr. Lambchop chuckled. "They are imaginative," he said. In their bedroom, Stanley and his younger brother Arthur were doing homework. They wore pajamas, and over his, Arthur also wore his Mighty One t-shirt, which helped him to concentrate. On the desk between them was what they supposed to be a teapot, a round, rather squashed-down pot with a carving spout, and a knob on top for lifting. A wave had rolled it up into the beach that summer, right to Stanley's feet. And since Mrs. Lambchop was very fond of old furniture and silverware, he had saved it as a gift for her birthday, now only a week away. The pot was painted dark green, but streaks of brownish metal showed through. To see if polishing would make it shine, Stanley rubbed the knob with his pajama sleeve. Puff! Black smoke came from the spout. "Yep," said Arthur. "It's going to explode." "Teapots don't explode," Stanley rapped again. "I just pop, pop, pop." They came rapidly now, joining to form a small cloud in the air above the desk. "Look out!" Arthur shouted. "Double yips!" The black cloud swirled, its blackness becoming a mixture of brown and blue, and began to lose its cloud shape. Arms appeared, and legs, and a head. "Ready or not, here I come," said a clear, young voice. Now the cloud was completely gone, and a slender, cheerful-looking boy hovered in the air above the desk. He wore a sort of decorated towel on his head, a loose blue skirt, and curious, fluffing brown trousers, one leg of which had a snug on Pot's spout. "Flirts," said the boy, shaking his leg. "Collie boss, I got the puffs right, and the scary cloud, but there!" Unsnatched, he floated down to the floor and bowed to Stanley and Arthur. "Who rapped?" he asked. Neither of the brothers could speak. "Well, someone did. Genies don't just drop in, you know." The boy bowed again. "How do you do? I am Prince Fauzi Mustafa Aslan Mirza Milik Namard Haraz. Call me Prince Haraz." Arthur gasped and dived under his bed. "What's the matter with him?" the genie asked. "And who are you? And where am I?" "I'm Stanley Lambchop, and this is the United States of America," Stanley said. "That's Arthur under the bed." "Not a very friendly welcome," said Prince Haraz, "especially for someone who's been cooped up in the lamp." He rubbed the back of his neck. "Flirts! 1,000 years, with my knees right up against my chin. This is my first time out." "I must have gone crazy," said Arthur from under the bed. "I am just going to lie here until a doctor comes." "Actually, Prince Haraz, you're here by accident," Stanley said. I didn't even know that pot was a lamp. Was it the rubbing? Those puffs of smoke. That turned into you? Were you scared? The genie laughed. Just a few puffs, I thought, and I'll whoosh up the spout. Scaring me wasn't fair, said Arthur. Staying under the bed. I just live in this room because Stanley's my brother. It's his lamp and he's the one who robbed it. Then he's the one I grant wishes for, said Prince Haraz. Too bad for you. I don't care, said Arthur, but he did. Can I wish for anything? Stanley asked. Anything at all? Not if it's cruel or evil or really nasty, said Prince Haraz. I'm a lamp genie, you see, and we're the good kind, not like those big jar genies. They're stinkers. Wish for something, Stanley. Arthur sounded suspicious. Test them out. I'll be right back, Stanley said, and went into the living room. Hey, he said to Mr. and Mrs. Lambchop, guess what? Hay is for horses, Stanley, not people, Mr. Lambchop said from behind his newspaper. Try to remember that. Excuse me, Stanley said, but you'll never guess. My guess is that you and Arthur have not yet finished your homework, said Mrs. Lambchop, looking up from her mending. We were doing it, said Stanley, talking very fast. But I have this pot that turned out to be a lamp, and when I rubbed it, smoke came out, and then a genie, and then he says I can wish for things. Only I thought I should ask you first. Arthur got scared, so he's hiding under the bed. Mr. Lambchop chuckled. When your studying is done, my boy, he said, but no treasure chest full of gold and diamonds. Please, think of the taxes we would pay. There is your answer, Stanley, said Miss Lambchop. Now, back to work, please. Okay then, said Stanley, going out. Mrs. Lambchop laughed. Treasure chest, indeed. Taxes, George, you are very amusing. Behind his newspaper, Mr. Lambchop smiled again. Thank you, my dear, he said. The end. I hope that you guys like it. And if you want to watch or listen for more, tune in. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching and listening. See you next time.
For watching, don't forget to subscribe.